G'day, Tonia Reeves here, Australia's psychic cowgirl, coming at you from at home today at Sunday Creek in Victoria, which is the southern part of Australia, for a few people that have been asking. So I hope you've had a good week. For me, it's been a really, it's actually crazy kind of week, as in not really hectic. So I've actually had time to be able to do a bit of inner work, which I think we all resonate with doing and taking a step back at times. So for me, it's really been just taking a step back and sitting with that personally, and just, I suppose, tapping into the next 6 months of this year and seeing what feels right and which direction I want to go in and what I want to focus on. Because I've found the first half of this year has been so flat out and crazy, and we're not fully at the end of it yet, but just feels like that it's been quite a frantic time, and I feel like I'm not the only one there. So that's why I wanted to share that today and say, if you're feeling a bit the same, I found I just had to recalibrate this week. So it's just like taking a little bit of a step back and focusing a little bit more. For me, it was on meditation, connecting with the outdoors more for the last week has been a real feature, and I find that really grounding for me. So I think I'd kind of got caught up in being so busy and not making the time to be able to, just go for a walk and enjoy nature and just, get away from the distractions of life. And I think we all have, varying degrees of distractions, but they certainly are, quite common, and we get quite a few of them. So sometimes we just need to switch off and go and do whatever it is that, that suits each other, to be able to just clear the mind. So if you're feeling a little bit frantic and a little bit frazzled at the moment, just remember to focus on some meditation. Like, it really is the difference. We, as humans, we get into our heads and we overthink and we get so busy being busy. It's a proven fact that, you can be absolutely flat out 100% of the day, and it's 20% of that is productive. And people they're doing studies to show that, we justify our existence by being really flat out and saying, oh, I'm so busy. But how much of that time is actually, and when I say productive, it doesn't mean that you're not doing something that's towards something else, but sometimes we need to have time just to take a deep breath, and that's when we come up with the great ideas. And, this could be, if you're working for somebody, you come up with things that when we just get so overcrowded with our thoughts and being busy, we don't get the chance to connect with, So that 20% of awesome ideas and troubleshooting and, things that we as humans can tend to, come up with randomly are the things that can make change and really influence it, whether it's a workforce or working for yourself or, being a mum, like whatever it is that you do, or a dad. Sometimes we need to just take a step back to then enable us to move forward. So I just wanted to share that message today. I felt that was a really strong one with connecting to spirit. I feel like at the moment there's a lot of shifts and transformation around as well. So it's not just, that I've noticed that personally. I'm just putting my screen up so I can see when Dave tells me to move around. No. It's not just, it's about people feeling a little bit different, and it can tend to make you feel that little bit unhinged. So if you're feeling that at the moment, don't worry, don't put pressure on yourself. It's just a case of we're just sort of shifting, and, there's some really good insights coming through if you're taking the time to absorb that. I was having a chat with my dear friend and coach and mentor, Tony Kiss, earlier today, and he is great for extracting his story, and I'm going to share, hopefully we've done a bit of a Zoom session, hopefully it turns out so that I can share that on my page for you. Tony helps people connecting with your voice, connecting with your story. Sometimes we need somebody that's external from us, especially if you're starting out on this journey of working for yourself, being in business, really ready to step out. And there's a lot that's happening for this year. So if that's a case for you, look for somebody that can look at it from the external point of view, and it really does make a difference. And, you know, if you can't afford a coach or just a mentor just to help you, brainstorm with some friends that you trust, you know, and these are not just the ones that are going to tell you all the great things, you know, the ones that can give you objective feedback so that you can, you know, move forward. And I feel like that message is for those that are stepping up but feeling a little bit like they're, you know, treading water. There's sometimes we just need that bit of guidance, and we all go through that. So you're not alone. Okay, I'm going to go on to my first read today. I've got, I think, Tomasa in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, USA. Wisconsin. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Did I pronounce your name right?
You did. You did so great, actually. That was amazing.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I'm trying to learn all the states over there so that I can be a bit more, you know, pronounce them instead of poor Dave has to go, no, that's not how it sounds. So awesome. Thank you so much for ringing in.
Thank you.
So did you want me to focus on an area for you, or you know, anything specific, or what did you have in mind?
You can go ahead and you start where you see things, because at this point I have no questions, just a lot of unanswered history.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's see. All right, so there's been a big, as I'm connecting to your name, and I'm like, I want to go back to your name, and I know it's unusual, but is your name handed down in part?
No.
Okay, there's some connection. I feel like Spirit's drawing me back to your name. I'll get clearer on that. Can I ask, is your mum in spirit?
No.
No, your mum's still there. Okay, cool. I just got a lady stepping in, that's all. She's very motherly towards you, so I feel like you had a really good connection with her. Okay, there's been a big shift, or I feel like there's something that you've stepped out of and into something new, and I want to go back to, was that prior to the beginning of this year? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like I want to go, wow, there's some really, really cool stuff, and it's almost like I want to acknowledge in that change that you stepped up and went, yep, I've got this. And a lot of people, I feel, were a bit like, oh my goodness, you know, I can't believe she's doing this. And it's like the message from Spirit's like,
right there.
Yeah, and it's like I want to go, because even through Spirit, I'm like, they're so proud of you, and it took a lot of guts, and you know, you really honoured. Like it was almost like you intuitively had that. Yep, I know I need to do this, and I'm going to do it. And not to say that you had moments of going, oh my goodness, what have I done?
Right.
But it's like, you know, it's almost like what they're showing me. It's on the other edge of the comfort zone is where the gold is. So you're stepping into that, and I feel like you're already into that, where doors have been opening and things are falling into place. And it's mainly because you made that step, and you actually, what we say over here in Australia, you had the balls to do that and really, you know, step up. And the universe is answering that to you, going, all right, you've stepped up. Next, so let's bring this on.
Yes, exactly how I feel.
Yeah,
no joke.
Yeah, absolutely. And because I feel like they're also showing me there's abundance. You know, it's almost like where your whole, you know, energetically, you're attracting more than enough. So it's like, finally, I've got more than enough coming in for me. It's like you've stood up and said, I'm ready, but also you've shown that inner self-confidence, and it's being reflected by people coming to you at the right time and offering you opportunities. And I just see like more doors opening for you. So it's like there's been a few that have opened, but there's still more to go. And it's a really fascinating year this year, because you will look back. I feel like I want to go to Christmas time. You will look back and go, oh my God, I can't believe from where I was back in January to where I am now.
Right.
I can't believe it.
Right. We'll bring on Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you in a relationship at the moment? Because where does I feel like I want to go to somebody stepping in or something around a relationship for you?
I'm in between. I'm in love with somebody, and we're not together. That's about all I can explain there.
Yeah. Okay. And so, but this is not who. No. Okay. I'm just getting spirit to be clear on that. The reservation, or there's something that shifted with the fact that you stood into your power this year. So it's like the dynamic has shifted in that relationship. Does that make sense to you? Because I feel like I want to go to, you've taken the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's also, and there's a little bit, because I feel like energetically what they're showing me is for him, it's like, oh my God, like it doesn't, it's almost like it's hard for him to digest. But I don't see that as a negative thing. It's just more a bit overwhelming for him because he didn't imagine it. And he's a lot more set in his way, whereas now that you've lifted the lid off yourself, you're not as closed down to things as what he is. It will be a case of he will need to step up to you. So I feel like he's got potential too. You know, he's got like there's a lot of good around him, and I feel like even though he is, very set in his way, there is, what Spirit's showing me is it's not like he's totally shut off to making some changes, but it is going to be up to him to do that, to step up with you, because you're not going to tolerate, now that your eyes are open, you're not going to be stuck. Like, I'm free now. Right?
Absolutely.
So it's like, if he doesn't step up, there's somebody else stepping in. Okay, so it's that almost like I feel like for you, it's about you're not going to compromise where you're at. You've done the hard yards. So, and that's what Spirit's showing me is he could do it, but whether he's going to match up to you, it's like it's going to be a big job for him, but it will be up to him to go, yes, I'm prepared to do this, because if not, you're just going to go next and there'll be someone else that will step up. So you will have options there. So don't, even though I know you said, you've got really, really strong feelings for this one, don't be open. It's almost like, okay, sometimes when we release things and say, if it's meant to be, it will be, and I can't make the changes for somebody else, I can't drag him along. I've got to step in my power, and if he wants to be beside me, then he's got to make that step.
Right.
But it's like you're in the zone now to really just go from strength to strength. So you're going to be like, you know what, as these opportunities come, you won't be held back by somebody that's not in alignment with you. So it'll almost be like you'll be like, yeah, whatever. So it'll be
right, and I cannot wait to get to that point. Really, I cannot wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, time will do that. Time will help that for you. But there will. I strongly feel, and that's why it's like Spirit showed me that went straight to your relationship. I feel like there's somebody else that will step in that's equal. Sometimes when we have a big shift like you've had, we have the realization of I'm not satisfied here in life. And I know that's not my big picture, so I'm making the changes and I'm shifting and moving ahead, and that's what you've done. And I'm not going to stay the same. So energetically, anyone that's stuck back there, you're going to be like, and as time goes on, you will see through that. And it's almost like you're getting your power. It's almost like I equate it to we vibrate on different levels, and sometimes when you've stepped up, you can't step. There's no going back.
Right.
So I want to say to you, just be ready for that, because I think I feel like this other partner will step in when you least expect it. So can I ask, is where does do you move about for work, or because I feel like there's something about you socialising, but somewhere different. So you're not socialising where you work.
I don't socialise a lot. Yeah, I work a lot.
Yeah, so I want to say though, it's time to go out. Like we've got to balance that, we've got to balance that work, and it's almost like for you, I want to say, say to yourself, I've worked hard this week, so I'm going to go and take myself out and have a bit of fun. Okay, because
I do need to do that more.
And it's like for you, that's just going to be a distraction, and you'll meet different people, because there's also something around having a new group of friends or people that are like-minded that you will connect with. So I feel like I want to say to you, go out and do some dancing, or go out and do something that you would enjoy, where you'll meet new people.
I can definitely try to start doing that.
Yeah, it's almost like I feel like they're pushing me to say, something that you've always wanted to do, and that's why I sort of went to dancing. But I'm like, something where there's no, we're not in a dating situation, but we're meeting people doing what we love, and it's almost like we're opening up that opportunity, because at the end of the day, otherwise there's no opportunities. So then you're stuck, and then you are, you do have that heartfelt feeling towards your ex, and it puts a lot of pressure, and it doesn't make life fun.
No.
Yeah.
Very right there.
It's time for some fun. Yeah, so it's time for some fun. You've made the right decision. This year will be big. It's like, we're gathering along, we're gaining momentum for you, so it will get better and better as the months go by, but we need to honour the balance of, yes, I work hard, but then I reward myself with going out and having fun.
Enjoying being with me for a while, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And, doing what you want to do. And I feel like with them showing me that, this is something that you probably wouldn't have done if you're in a relationship with your ex. So go to something you've always wanted to do, all right? Go to something that you've always had in the back of your mind going, I'd like to give that a try.
Right.
Okay? All right, I must go on to my second caller. Thank you so much for ringing, and, just keep on going, girl. You've got this.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. It's been an honour. Okay, my next caller, Mandy in Birmingham, Alabama, USA. Mandy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Really good, thanks. Thank you for calling in. Now, did you have an area that... My pleasure. I love your accent.
Thank you.
We over here, we so appreciate that. And there's so many different versions in the different states over there. It's amazing. I love it. All right, Mandy, now, did you have something specific you wanted me to focus on, an area?
It's not really super specific. I guess I can't narrow it down. I'm just I've got a lot of decisions that have to be made, and I'm just kind of lost right now.
Okay. Well, it's good. At least when you've got a lot to choose from, it's better than having none. So I always think that's a good thing. Yeah. First thing I picked up around you was relationship, and I've just written that down because I'm like, that sort of came through as soon as I connected with your name. And in connection with a relationship, there's something around honouring yourself, and a little bit like my last caller, I want to say to you, it's time to not compromise you and who you are. So
yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly. So what I want to do, one of the biggest messages here for you is trusting your inner guidance. And I want to say, the Spirit is showing me, they're like, you intuitively know what to do, but you're getting into your head about it and going, you've got all the case scenarios already worked out on what if I do this, then I'm going to do that, or this is going to happen. And it's like, we need to connect back to your inner guidance and go, okay, what feels right for me? And I feel like you have a lot of answers there. It's like what they're showing me is you do intuitively know, but sometimes we need somebody else just to go, you know what, this is what I see. And hence why you've rung in today. Yeah. It is a case of leaving behind. Okay, the analogy that Spirit are giving me is the dead wood. So we've got a tree, we need to cut off the dead wood. Until we cut off what no longer serves us, it makes it really hard for new growth and for how can we put it, expansion. And I see for you expansion. So I see I'm bigger And I feel like even in your career, there's something about things taking off, but you need to get rid of the dead wood first.
Okay. And let me ask you this. I know I'm not necessarily, like, we know that the relationship has ended. There's kids involved, so I'm trying to just kind of work it out, like what you have said. You hit it on the head. But
yep.
I'm trying to decide if there's another individual who's, I guess, more or less trying to play the hero, but has been in my life basically all my life, and is trying to push and pursue a relationship there. What do you have anything to say towards that?
So you're feeling like this is weird, the father of your children? Is that who we as far as the relationship goes?
The dead wood is the father of my children.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, it's done, but it's about you taking the right steps moving forward. And, of course, like you just said with the kids and things, there's something that you've been offered an opportunity that I feel like I want to say it's a bit exciting, or there's something around you having when I say an escape plan, it's like there's a door open there that you can step on in and move forward with. And there's something holding you back, as in you're a bit unsure, or not all the details are in place. But I do want to say, like, Spirit is showing me that's the direction you need to go in.
Okay.
Okay. And it's like, I feel like how they're showing me is like you're a bit excited, but you're nervous, and you know there's a lot of emotion with it. But I do feel like if deep down you think about it, with this opportunity, it feels right for you. And it's almost like when you're right, the children will be right. So don't worry about them. We want to get you into a place of feeling better, of having your power back, you know, having your voice back. You've been shut down for a long time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's why this is a struggle. And you've got to honour that too and say, you know, like, you haven't been able to make these decisions or, you know, speak up for yourself. So it's damn hard. It's not just a case of going, yep, just go and do that, you know. So for you, it's about, you know, building yourself up to take that step. But you are, and I feel like Spirit's strongly showing me you're really well supported, and you've had that realisation. And regardless of what's happened with other people outside of the two of you, and their connections or not connections, what's meant to be will always find a way. And the fact that you've acknowledged and you're ready to leave that dead wood is enough to know you're doing the right thing.
Okay.
Okay? Because sometimes it doesn't always serve us to delve into the deeper thing. You know, like it could be, say, like, for example, another party that's around, but ultimately the universe is providing you with an exit. And all I can see with that relationship was you were really harnessed in, you weren't able to be yourself. So for your best interest, it's like the universe has gone, right, here you go, here's your exit. And I want to say to you, just keep going. Don't knock yourself. You've got a lot of stuff happening. And I even see there's something around you working for yourself and having really flexible hours that'll work around the children.
Yeah, and that's been another struggle, is I'm trying to figure that out, because I've been a stay-at-home mom for quite a few years now, and I'm trying to explore some options right now and figure out which direction to go in and what to do, and I'm just really, really torn.
There's something about being really creative for you, but I do see you working for yourself. So this is about your passion. It's what you love to do. It's something you're creating, and you will create this around, you know, being able to work in with the children. So it's not like, I don't see you going to get a 9-to-5 job or somewhere that you have to be away and try and juggle everything. This is something that you will work, do for yourself and step into. But I want to move away first. Like they're showing me, get that ball rolling. There's going to be opportunities that come up, and you will be like, Perfect. That suits me.
Okay.
All right. So you're on the right track. Please honour that. You have amazing stuff ready to step into. So do not doubt yourself. Honour that feeling. Get into doing some meditation and connecting with your inner guidance, because you're quite psychic as well. I can see that. It's like you're quite in tune, but you've been pushed down for a long time. So we want to build that up again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And spirit is around guiding you, and I see feathers for you. So I see like random feathers being stuck in front of you. So follow the feathers.
Okay.
All right, and the number 4s. So it's like angels are around. 444s, double 4s, repeat 4s. Look for the signs.
Yes, I have been seeing some double 4s here lately.
Perfect. Well, look that up. Google it. 4s are the angels. So it's like you are divinely guided. So just tap into that, and you honestly, you won't look back.